While the U.S. government is shut down, OSS is not. Yeah. In fact, OSS hasn't been this busy since 1945. And it's my privilege to welcome you to the 2025 William J. Donovan Award Dinner that David Ignatian described as a wonderful celebration of our country at its best. And this evening marks the 18th occasion the OSS Society has presented the William J. Donovan Award in Washington, D.C. since 2004, when we honored the great diplomat, Nobel Peace Prize recipient, and OSS veteran Dr. Ralph Bunche posthumously. Dr. Bunche said that hearts beat strongest in response to noble ideals. Year after year, this ballroom is filled with people whose hearts beat strongest in response to noble ideals. We will honor Dr. Bunche again tonight by presenting an award named in his honor to one of our nation's greatest diplomats, Ambassador Ryan Crocker. We will also honor two distinguished former senior CIA operations officers, Philip Riley and Paula Doyle, with the Hugh Montgomery and Virginia Hall Awards, respectively. And we could not have chosen a more deserving recipient of this year's William J. Donovan Award than General Brian Fenton, who served as the 13th commander of the U.S. Special Operations Command. General Fenton led the Special Operations Forces enterprise through turbulent times by recognizing that its DNA lies in its OSS heritage. Under his leadership, Special Operations Forces pioneered the development of resistance to authoritarianism from Ukraine to the preparation for the defense of Taiwan. He strengthened its core capabilities that have contributed to an integrated deterrence that will enable the United States to prevail in the gray zone of strategic competition around the globe. He has developed its capabilities to challenge the fusion of foes who are seeking to disrupt the international order and to undermine U.S. interests. General Fenton has deep ties to the U.S. intelligence community, and he's been a trailblazer in developing and sustaining the relationship between Special Operations Forces and the intelligence community that is absolutely critical to our national security. General Fenton is a leader who greatly resembles General Donovan, and he's kept the spirit of OSS alive. Tonight's ceremony marks the 80th anniversary of the OSS's dissolution in October 1945. It's my great honor tonight to read General Donovan's farewell address to its personnel. And the words he spoke are as relevant today as when General Donovan spoke them 80 years ago. Men and women of OSS, we have come to the end of an unusual experiment. This experiment was to determine whether a group of Americans constituting a cross-section of racial origins, abilities, temperaments, and talents could meet and risk encounters with long-established and well-trained enemy organizations. How well that experiment has succeeded is measured by your accomplishments and by the recognition of your achievements. You should feel deeply gratified by President Truman's expression of the purpose of basing a coordinated intelligence service upon the techniques and resources that you have initiated and developed. This could not have been done if you had not been willing to fuse yourself into a team that was made up not only of the scholars and research experts and of the active units in operations and intelligence who engaged the enemy in direct encounter, but also of the great number of our organization who drove our motor vehicles, kept our records and documents, and performed those other innumerable duties of administrative services without which no organization can succeed, and which, because well done with us, made our activities that much more effective. When I speak of your achievements, that does not mean that we did not make mistakes. We were not afraid to make mistakes because we were not afraid to try things that had not been tried before. All of us would like to think that we could have done a better job. But all of you must know that whatever the errors or failures, you have done an honest and self-respecting job. But more than that, because there existed in this organization a sense of solidarity, you must also have the conviction that this agency in which you played a part was an effective force. Within a few days, each one of us will be going on to new tasks, whether in civilian life or in governmental work. You can go with the assurance that you have made a beginning by showing the people of America that only by decisions of national policy based on accurate information can we have a chance of a peace that will endure. In closing, I'd like to repeat what General Donovan's biographer, Douglas Waller, said about him at this event some years ago. He said that despite his many accomplishments, General Donovan was not a vain man. Were he here this evening, he would be honored not by the respect you're showing him, but by the respect you're showing the organization he created. Thank you very much.